All right, now we're going to take a look at these same two equations that we were messing about with when we were graphing, and we're going to look at how we can solve them in a method that's known as systems of equations. So instead of looking at the graph and seeing where the two lines intersect each other, we're going to find that point of intersection by solving algebraically, which is super fun for my people who love algebra in its like sort of numerical form. And even if you don't, you're going to learn a couple of cool tricks here. The first thing you have to notice about this is they both start with the same variable, c. c equals and c equals. Now, there's a cool rule in algebra, but it's a rule in life, right? Like if I said A is equal to B and B is equal to C, well, we would say logically then that C and A are equal to each other as well, right? If A is B and B is also C, then that means that A and C have to be the same thing. So another way to think about that rule is over here, if C is equal to 80 plus 4t, I'm going to write that down, well, not only is it equal to C, it must also be equal to this other thing that C is equal to, which is 20 plus 7t. So the first thing we're doing is we're doing what's called setting the two equations equal to each other. And we don't have to do any extra work in this particular case. Sometimes we do, but in this case it's pretty straightforward. If C equals one thing and it equals another thing, those two different things must equal each other. So now we have to do all of our favorite rules in algebra, which is combining like terms. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you my steps beneath, is I'm going to get all the variable values to one side. So in this case, it looks like 7t is on one side, 4t is on the other. Let's subtract 4t, which is the opposite, of course, of adding from both sides. Okay, and what you're going to find is that one side now is equal to 80, and the other side is equal to 20 plus 7 minus 4 is 3t. Now we're going to get 20 over to the other side because 20 is a non-variable term. So we want to get it over there with the other regular numbers, in this case 80. So subtract that 20 and you're just left with 3t on one side, and then 80 minus 20 leaves you with 60. The final thing we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by 3 so that we can get the variable t alone. That's my son, he's cheering us on here. 60 divided by 3 is 20. So again, the number of t-shirts is 20. And this is why it's so important to understand what it is you're talking about. Yeah, you tell him. Again, my son is shouting that reality to you. We need to know what that idea represents. Otherwise, you're just going to say t equals 20. That's meaningless. What that means is at 20 t-shirts is when these two companies are equivalent to each other. Hopefully that was helpful for you, and you should try that out with a couple of the to come equations.